Hi, welcome back to Knit for Brains podcast. I'm Laura Brady. This is episode 141 of our knitting, sewing, crocheting, crafting podcast. We're located 60 miles south of Chicago in Bradley, Illinois. Karen is missing today, as you can see. She is up north with her hubby. Weather report, Karen's not here. I'm recording a day late. It is Monday, July 4th, around 1:30 in the afternoon, and it is 86 degrees. I haven't really been out. The husband had the garage door open. It seemed kind of humid, and I know it's not nice because I've got all this congestion and ear plugged and all that going on, so allergies are very flared up. So all right, before I forget, because I talked, I think it was, it might have been the last podcast, I don't remember. We were talking about encyclopedias, and my sister did end up texting me and kind of led me down the right path. So the ones that I was talking about were the Harvard Junior World Encyclopedias. And they look like that. And my sister said my mom actually bought them before I was born because she got tired of taking my sister to the library all the time. And it was one of those mail order things, so mom would get a new book every so often until she completed the set. So there's that. Yeah, it might have been the last podcast. All right. Sorry about all the sniffing. It's going to be a noisy one. Let's go ahead and... Oh, I didn't tell you where we could be found. We are on Ravelry. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and Etsy at Knit for Brains Designs. And with that, I'll go ahead and show you a shop update, which will be in the shop by the time this goes up. We're going to do pictures and whatnot after this. I did do an in-between update, but I have nothing to show you from that because they completely sold out. So, but I do have a good stack this time, so hopefully when this goes up, there will be some goodies left in the shop for you. As always, if you go to Etsy and just look up Knit for Brains Designs and favorite it, then you will get notifications every time I add something new into the shop. Then you won't miss out because I do tend to do in-between updates from the podcast. Also, like I said, we'll be putting these in before the podcast actually goes up. So if you don't want to be missing out, that is what I would definitely recommend doing. Wireframe bags have still been flying out of the shop, having troubles keeping those in stock, but working on it. All right, so we'll start with sock bags. I have this beautiful rose sock bag. The top of it is the same as the inside, the yellow, and it has like little lines going through it. If you guys have seen this, well, some of you guys are new. They do have a box bottom. These are perfect for obviously socks, mitts, hats, any little small projects that you're working on. So I have two of the flowers, and I'm just working with two prints this time. Next up, since Christmas in July, which we will actually talk about our Christmas knit along, which will be starting today. I did the little dog that I tend to do for each holiday. This one I thought was really, really cute. So not only does he have the antlers, and this is hard for me to do backwards, but look at, some of them have like little lights in there, and the silver snowflakes are glittered. There's candy canes and holly. Just a fun print. The inside is the red with the white polka dots. I have two of those sock bags. I also have one medium in that size. Now the medium is a really good size bag. Big box bottom. You could definitely, I just lost the pile off my lap. 2-colored shawl, 2-skein shawl, stuff like that. I've actually put like the kids' sweaters in here. It's a good size. All right, when I bend over, I have to pick up part of my pile here, guys. Sorry. Oh. All right. Things are sliding. All right, wireframe bags. I got the 2 different prints. The Beautiful Roses, which I kind of bought this with because I love roses. And the colors and everything really spoke to me. So I did snag one of these for myself. I'm not going to lie. So these are a really big bag. The box bottom, you can see how much room there is in there. I use this one for sweaters. I've used it for mini skein projects because, oh boy, can you fit a lot of minis in there. And with the wireframe at the top, it does stay open, so you can have it like sitting next to you open. Now, I was for a while doing like almost like a key fob zipper. These have, which this is not the the final tag. I think we are actually changing it up even further, but there is a Knit for Brains tag, zipper pull on there. So that's a little new. So I have got, how many of those do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4 of those beauties. I'm going to try not to hit the camera. And then I also have the Christmas dog. Oop. Let's try and get it. There we go. So you can actually see the fabric better. Let me open that one up. It also has the Knit for Brains zipper pull on there, which we'll kind of talk a little bit about those later. Huge, guys. Which I really like this one too, but I have to limit myself. So on that one, I have got 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And that is Knit for Brains Designs on Etsy. All right. So let's go ahead and, since I showed Christmas bags, I was looking through the notebook and I realized it's time to start Gift the Knits Cal. So we're going to go ahead and start it today. It will run through December 31st. There will be in our Ravelry group a chatter thread and an FO thread, which I need to make sure I open. Basically, it's anything that you knit that you are gifting to someone. It cannot be yourself. So, and there's no size, like we don't care how small or how big it is, basically. Whether you're doing, cup koozies for the teachers or ornaments for your mail person, or sweater for your granddaughter, it doesn't matter what size. We do get asked all the time, does charity knitting count? Yes, it does. As long as you are knitting or crocheting it and giving it to somebody other than yourself. It does not have to be Christmas. So if you have, for instance, my mom's birthday is in October. So if I were to cast on something tomorrow for her, or later today, since it starts today, and I'm gifting that to her in October, that still counts because it is a gift. You can have multiple entries. There are no limits of entries. Like I said, it ends December 31st. We will draw winners out of the chatter thread and out of the FO thread. Typically, It usually depends on how many people are participating, but typically we average between 6 to 8 prize winners drawn. It kind of fluctuates from year to year because it does depend on how many people are participating in it. So there's that. Gift the knits, Cal. All right. I have a lot of notes today, guys, which is very odd for me because I don't typically have a lot of notes. All right. We're going to go ahead and jump in with FOs. I have a few. I do have some yarn dyeing FOs, and I put them in FOs because they're not for the shop. They are actually going to be gifted, and also I have some that I dyed for myself that I needed. So this is the first one, and you can see I got some sparkle yarn in stock now, so that was fun. This is my first time dyeing on sparkle. This one is called Friends. And I did a couple of those. And then this one I'm not going to tell you the name of because it will probably give it away as to who I'm giving it to. And I actually have 2 of those. And then I did also, which I think I have a skein next to me here, which you will see in whips. I did dye up just I did 2 of them because I needed one for a project I was working on, and I didn't want to dye just one skein. So I went ahead and dyed the second one, so it's just like a black, because I thought this would be good. I'll hold it double for toes, heels, and cuffs to go with this yarn that Jenny of Cherry Pie Cottage sent me to fill a pair of socks for his bag of socks. So I was thinking ahead. All right. Nitty FOs. Let's see what I have. Okay. So these were a new cast on, and I actually finished these when we were on the road because we went on a little road trip, which I will talk about a little bit later. Jenny of Cherry Pie Cottage had sent me her leftover yarn from Mustache Yarn, and the colorway was For Peeps' Sake. And it looks like that. I have a little bit left, which is fine. That'll go into my crochet blanket. Let me grab a sock blocker. So we had quite a bit of driving, and of course, you guys know, while Brett's driving, I'm a knitting. The pattern is the Journey sock, which you guys know I've been knitting quite a few of, and I did a complete pair while I was there. I'm not sure if actually, they are, a perfect match. Look at that. So that's cool. I loved this yarn. It's so pretty. I like how it has the darker in between each new color. It really makes it pop. So that was fun. Let's see what else I have. I don't even remember. Okay, I gotta switch to a different sock blocker. So I finished a pair of socks for Phil for his bag o' socks. The yarns were, let's see, what were the yarns? Leading Men Fiber Arts in the colorway You Betcha. And then the Toes, Heels, and Cuffs is Mad Tosh in the Dr. Zhivago colorway. Oh, Dr. Zhivago's Sky. I didn't notice that before. So I finished that pair, and this makes 8 pairs for Phil's box of socks. And if you're new, Phil is my son-in-law, and he is very, very knit worthy. He tends to wear everything I knit him. And there is a full pair. Plus, he's my rabbit baby, my rabbit sitter. When we go away, he always comes over and feeds the rabbit for me. And this time he had to also water the garden, because in the summer we have a raised garden table, and we plant the whole thing with lettuce for the rabbit. And it's a nice money saver during the summer. Plus, then I don't have to run to the store quite as often, because our rabbit does not drink or does not eat rabbit pellets. She only eats spring mix, carrots, peppers, strawberries, and hay. So, yeah. All right, my next socks you did see before that I was working on. And the yarn was not marked. It was from Ancestral Yarns, who is no longer dying, sadly enough. And it is another pair of Journey socks. I had used this yarn to knit a hat, and I had plenty left over. So I did a hat, and I did a pair of socks, and I still have a good bit left over. Ta-da! And there are two socks. These are nice because they don't take much yarn at all, and it's actually a pretty quick knit. I do knit them on DPNs one at a time, but not my usual 2 at a time on Magic Loop. We're running through this, folks. Ooh, sorry if that was loud. Oh, okay. The next is from yarn from Lady Fernico, which was a one-of-a-kind green with blue speckles. It's on her fingering sock, and I did just hold it double. So it looks like that. And I am not even trying to put all this in the vase right now because it's just going to fall. This was another pair of fingerless mitts for Wendy, or for her daughter, because sometimes her daughter steals them. And there's the second one. This is, I don't remember if I said it or not, Point Edwards mitts. I knit them nonstop. Point Edwards mitts and Journey socks will probably always be on the needle. I've had a request for from somebody for a box of mitts for Christmas, so I'm starting that now as well out of this pattern. Guys, look at my nails this time. I love them. I don't get to keep them too long though, because she's going on vacation, so she had to change my appointment. And then my last defo, I had shown you last time, it was almost done, the Stay Golden kit that my friend sent me because she does not know how to cross stitch. And I said, oh, that'll be easy. So it got sent directly to me, and it's done. So I will send this and the hoop. I'm not sure how she wants to finish it. If she's just gonna, a lot of times people just put it on the hoop, put a little bow, and hang it that way. Or she could make it into something. I don't know. I don't know what her plans are. So, but I did my part. She could frame it. I don't know. I have a couple cross stitch patterns. The one Karen got me, I think might have been last year. Yeah, maybe last year. I'm going to end up doing stitching it, and then I'm going to actually make it into a project bag. That way I can enjoy it all the time. All right, that is all my FOs. Not as many this time, but that's okay. All right, we are going to do our one coupon code, which is Amanda Rate Cole on Ravelry. If you use code KFB19, that will get you 20% off her Ravelry shop. Okay, we'll move on to whips. I've got a hot mess here, guys. No Karen, and I still don't have enough room. All right, we are going to go here. I finally remembered to bring in my diamond painting I'm working on. It's going to be noisy for just a second because I'm going to pull the cover off of it so you can see the progress I've made. So I'm down to pretty much just all the different shades of blue I got to put in there. So I've not steadily been working on this, just kind of here and there. I do want to get it done because this is my third in the Blue Rose series. That way then we can get them framed up and figure out where we are going to hang them. I'm thinking they're going in the living room somewhere. I'm just not quite sure where. So I keep that over it. That way the sticky stays sticky. It doesn't get dust on it. That sort of thing. All right. Where do I go next? I have one of those carts next to me, like the 3 shelves carts. I know they have fancy names, but it's stuffed full. My crochet blanket that I tend to only work on this like once between podcasts because I could honestly just sit there and just work on it nonstop. I really enjoy doing it. I enjoy the crocheting, but this is not a project that will be done anytime soon, and I would never have FOs to show you. So I make myself put it away each time. All right, so where the progress keeper is, I did all of that. Oops, let me go. And this is the blanket that I'm doing for Karen's recliner. So I did quite a bit on that before I put it away. Plus crocheting, I mean, it's not bad, but crocheting I do have to look down a little bit versus knitting that I really don't. So depending on what I'm watching on TV, will kind of depends on if I work on this or not. And I found I do not like crocheting in the car, at least not with sock yarn. If my projects are falling out of the cart. Oops. So this does not go with me. Plus it's in a really big bag because I have a bunch of minis in there. So, and I do have, I think I've shown it before, but I really do like this, that I keep my crochet hook in so it doesn't go falling down to the bottom. And I'm using a cheap crochet hook. It's from, I don't know, Michael's or Hobby Lobby or one of those, but I like it because it has the grippy. I don't care for just like an all metal. There's that. I might as well pick up the one that hit the floor. I'll show that one next, which is a new cast on. Now, this was knit, and I put the yarn away. Shoot. This was probably over halfway done, and then I ripped it out. as I do sometimes. So the pattern is Pure Joy by Hobie. The yarn I'm using, you can see I'm almost back. Now I have quite a bit more to do before I'm back to where I'm supposed to be. So I'm using this, and this is from Kevin of Needles at the Ready. And the colorway is called Storm Chaser. Oh, I'm kind of covering up the information. Sorry, guys. He's on Etsy. And originally I had a gray I was doing as the contrast color. And I thought the gray was deep enough. It was not. Like, you could not see a difference at all. So that black that I had dyed is what I ended up putting with this. So I ripped out everything I had done, which is fine. This is a pretty quick knit, even though it's sock yarn. And I just restarted it, and it was not a big deal. Let me see. Let me see if I can spread this on my needles. My guess is going to be that this will be probably done by next time. And this is going to be a gift, so it might actually already be gifted by next time, which if it is, I will make sure to take a picture. Oh, okay, now I can see in person. Sometimes it's harder to see in person whether that pops enough. But yeah, no, I like that. That looks good. It is knitting up beautifully. I really like that. I might end up doing a second one of these since I'm gifting this one. So yeah, I've actually really been enjoying this. I'm going to move my progress keeper up. My progress keeper is from, I believe this one was from Simply Serving. I will not read it to you in case there's kids, but it was very fitting because, well, Naughty Language, which is me, and Roses. And then I also have a Arkansas Yarn Co. one on there with little umbrellas, and it is the shape of Arkansas. I'm using that, if you're wondering why I'm doing it. So this one I'm using as a progress keeper, so I know how much I've knit since the last podcast. And also right side, wrong side, so I don't have to sit and look. And then for this one, what I'm doing with this is I mark my my wrap and turn with it. That way, if I'm watching a movie that I'm really, or a show that I'm really engrossed in, I don't have to remember, hey, there's a wrap and turn there and deal with it, or, you know, because I kind of just get knitting and don't look down, don't pay attention. So I know when I hit that, oop, wrap and turn. So I'm basically like TV proofing it. So, yeah. Otherwise, sometimes, yeah, I just get to knitting and just knit, and then get to the end of the row and go, oh my goodness. So, there's that. All right. Up next, I think, is a new pair of Journey socks, because if you cast off a couple pair, you need to cast on some more. The yarn I'm using was left over. I had, ooh, please tell me I didn't just pull my stitches off. No, I didn't. Is yarn I had left over from something else. So it's surprising that I even have the tag. It's Crystal Skies hand dyed, and it's the Snow on the Beach colorway, which looks like that. And I haven't gotten very far because since we got back from our trip, we really haven't gone anywhere, and we've been eating at home. Now I know we will be going tomorrow because I have my chiropractor appointment up north, and we always combine that with a thrifting trip. So this will get worked on tomorrow. So I basically that's all she wrote. I got the start of the heel. So Oops. Doot. All right. Let's see what we got next. Oh, okay. I'm very excited about this one. So, this is... Well, obviously, I was eating something because it stuck to my page while I was knitting, which is very common for me. The Scotch Broom sweater, and it is a crap, but I am making it longer. The yarn I am using is Arkansas Yarn Co. and on her sparkle base. And it is called Butt Bustin' Betty. Let's see. This is kind of hard to show because I haven't seamed up these shoulders yet. So let me see if I can kind of just hold it. Sort of. So this will get seamed up, which I'm going to do as I get closer to where I think the length should be. That way I can try it on. So that'll be that. And then now I'm basically just knitting. And let me show you where I was at last time. I wasn't sure if I had a progress keeper on or not, but I did. So I was there. So I knit all that. So that's pretty good. I am actually quite excited about this. And this is one, too, that will be worn all the time because I don't tend to wear long sleeves unless it's like a hoodie where I can take it off very easily. I'm very much a hoodie girl because I get warm very easily. And I do not want to be committed to keeping on a long sleeve sweater. It will never happen. So, there we go. Oh, I had, there that is. I think I got more still. Okay. I think this is... Okay, nope, I was wrong. I was going to say this is my next pair of mitts, but it's not. It's my next pair of fill socks, which I did not discuss the pattern last time. I'm very sorry about that. Wide rib DK weight socks. This is a free pattern on Ravelry. And I love this pattern. It's very easy. It fits very well. I've made some for myself. Okay, the yarn I am using is what? Mad Tosh Kenobi is the heels, toes, and cuffs. And the main color, she did not put on the label, is from Arkansas Yarn Co. I got a hot mess here. And I haven't made it too, gosh, awfully far on these, but I am basically just starting the heel flap. So, like ends everywhere. That. Alright, these I think are my newest pair of mitts. The Point Edwards mitts. The yarn I am using is Lollipop Girl Yarns. And let's see, colorway is Nebula Sky. It's Lollipop Girl yarns. The yarn looks like this. This is a sock weight. The pattern calls for DK, so I hold it double. I have not made it too gosh awfully far. It's casted on, but that's about it. So I started the ribbing on the cuff. It's going to be really pretty. Make sure that these do not come out like that. Okay. Need a new piece of highlighter tape. It's not saying stuck on there very well. And then I have one final project. And this one, quite honestly, if I would have just worked on it, would have been done. Because I only had 2 sections to go. But I didn't want to finish the sections, and then I knew I was not going to have time to block it and seam it. So, there's that. I don't know. Let me see. I am on the last repeat of the last section. Wait, am I? Yes. And then I just have to do the border. Block it and seam it. This is a poncho. Sorry, let me backtrack. It's by Casapinka. It was called Pinions. It originally was a like a knit along, a mystery thing. Let me see. So where my progress keeper is up is what I've done. This poncho is for my daughter, hence the bright colors. I'm using Lollipop Girl yarns, a bunch of her minis from Advents. Sorry. And this thing is good size. Let me see if I can bring it back. This way. Okay. So yeah, it's been fun. I do actually really enjoy this one, so probably because you're changing colors all the time, and for each section it's a different stitch pattern, which I enjoy. That way I don't lose interest. Alright, that was it for whips. Okay, I could get a sip. I feel like, well, I've been talking for 38 minutes. I'm still working on my morning caffeine, even though it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh, my belly's rumbling. It'll be time to eat soon. Alright. Acquisitions. I have nowhere to put stuff at this point. There we go. I don't have many. So let me show you the couple I have. One was from Dollar Tree store. I went ahead and got a couple of the rainbow macrame kits to do. They're only $1.25. They have everything in there. So those will get done at, well, at some point. We'll see. And then I ordered some stitch stoppers from who? foxandpinestitches.com. Keep your stitches from slipping off the needles. These fits US 2 up to US 13, so 4 millimeters all the way to 9 millimeters. That's our card. One set I'm probably not going to show you because they're a gift. I had to get this set. because these are very me. They're blue. I wish I could find a good one that has. And there's flowers. So basically then there's a hole, and you put your needle tips into that. And there's 2 of them. One for each. Oh, I guess there's 2 holes. Oh, look. Oh, okay. No, it's the same size. One for each needle. And then I had ordered the teal. Ooh. I think she called it teal buds. They look like roses to me. And I accidentally got the teal, what are they, macaroons? But that's okay, I guess. So I got those as well. So now that I showed these, I can start using them. And then, oops, let me put that back in there. Let me put those up there so I don't lose them. I got a new, what are these for? Oh, 32 inch US 2. Oh, I think I got these for, these are the size for Phil's socks. Maybe? Yeah. So I have an extra pair, so if I want to do more than 1 pair at a time. And then I got these for, which these were not the brand I wanted, but this particular yarn store that I was at, this was all they had in, had in the right size. These are for the Journey socks. So I have an extra set in case I want to do more than 1. And then I got this to put on one of my bags. I'm not going to read it because yet again it is naughty language. Oh, let me see if I can. Oh, there we go. I say there's kind of a glare. So this was from a yarn store when we were on a road trip. I think it was called Rebel. That's all I bought there. I didn't buy any yarn. I was looking for yarn to go with the blue yarn for Needles at Thready for that shawl, but I didn't see anything I liked, so I just came home and ended up dyeing it to match. So there's that. All right. Let me see. All right. So that's pretty much all the knitting, I believe. So now we'll just go on to our general chit-chat. We'll do TV watching first. So I finished Ozark. I was happy with the ending on that. That was actually a good watch. Like I said, not child appropriate whatsoever. I finished Profiler. I totally wasted my time watching the 4th season. They could have just ended it at season 3. Season 4 was a hot mess. So basically, the main character left and was replaced with somebody else. And then, as if that wasn't bad enough, they never really finished it. So I don't know if they didn't have forewarning that, hey, you're not being renewed. What? The ending did nothing for me. It finished nothing. It didn't answer questions. It didn't, yeah. I could have just stopped watching at season 3 and probably would have been less unsettled. So there's that. I started watching, oh, wait. I finished MasterChef Junior. I finished Come Dance With Me. I started watching The Rookie, which is, and guys, you know I'm awful with names, but it's the same guy that was in Castle. I think I just started season 2, so it's been pretty good. I'm watching that along with, you know, whatever happens to record, but most of the stuff now are either not on or just reruns, so yeah. All right, the last 2 weeks. what did we do? Okay. We met our daughter and son-in-law and grandchildren up at Fair Oaks Farm, which is this big farm that's geared towards children, honestly. And it has like a lot of interactive things that they can do. And it's pretty much, you know, the parents and grandparents running around after them kind of thing. So I do have a few pictures I can show you. So this is in like what I think it's the cow house, or I don't know what, cow barn or something like that they call it. There's the two of them. So that was in one spot, and they had a big, tall, like, thing that they can climb up, and there was a tunnel slide. They had a picture thing, but it was so funny, because every time I'm in the picture, I got blacked out. So the cow's ear blacked my face on that one. Here, the light blacked my face. But I did finally get a picture where I wasn't blacked, but my husband was making a funny face. So there's, I don't know if I have a better picture. So there's like a big farm truck that they can go in and pretend to drive. Here's Grandpa, or as the Peanut calls him, Pawpaw, and that's Little Man. He's gotten so big. I wish I would have gotten a picture of, they have a big bouncy pillow, and Little Man was loving that. He was really bouncing, but I didn't get any pictures or video of that. So no, there's that. I finally went and got an eye exam. Don't know yet if I failed it or not. My glasses are actually in. They've been in for a few days. I just have not gone over there and I haven't picked them up. So I need to get those picked up, wear them for a few days, and then I'm going to give them these and have them put new lenses in those. Wasn't much of a change, which surprised me, because I did mention to him I've been having problems like with my eye twitching and a lot of dryness. So they did an extra scan just to, you know, look further and make sure everything was good with the eye. Everything checked out okay. Basically, the eye doctor told me my prescription did not change much. She does not feel that the new prescription is going to help like with the twitching or anything. She thinks basically it's eye strain because I don't get enough sleep. Well, that's not going to change. And she did give me some eye drops for when my eyes are really dry. So there's that. We also took Peanut to see the new Minions movie. And she's not used to Pawpaw going with, so that was kind of a different experience, but the kid is good as gold. Like, she sat through the whole movie, did not get up once, didn't really say a whole lot, just, you know, kept watching. She did notice when Grandpa got up and to get more popcorn, all of a sudden she's looking over and she's like, oh no, where'd Pawpaw go? But I got a picture of her sitting there watching in her recliner. She didn't play with the recliner this time. Usually she wants it up. And so there's that. She starts summer dance class the 14th. And I volunteered. I'm gonna take her every week for that. That way Alisha doesn't have to pack up Little Man and go through all that. And the dance class is only like a half hour, so I'll spend more time driving there and then driving her to dance class and stuff than I'll actually be there, but that's fine. So me and Brett went on a little road trip. We ended up going, sorry, my neck is acting up, to Kentucky. Like, it was a 5.5 hour drive. We went to Richmond, where they built a new Buc-ee's. Hence my new Buc-ee's shirt, which I did actually get a couple of them. Oh, and you can't see it because it's out of out of the frame, but my big 42-ounce Buc-ee's mug. Because we've wanted to go to a Buc-ee's, but they were so far away. So we were able to go into this one since it was only, 5.5 hours away. Yeah, it's huge. Their bathrooms, guys, are as big as my house. It was insane. We ate our way through there. My favorite thing, like out of the sandwiches, I have to say, was the brisket. It was delicious. Pulled pork was mediocre. I didn't really care for the turkey. So there's that. We did take a video kind of walking through all of Buc-ee so you can kind of see it, which Brett will pop in at the end of the podcast. So if you'd like to see that, hang in there. So when we're in Richmond, we went to a few Goodwills, of course, because that's what we do. They have the smallest Goodwills I have ever seen. And set up very, not what we're used to at all. Like, ours have sections. So, for example, when you went into theirs there, for women's clothing, there was just like, okay, here's all your large women's pants. So there might be pajamas, slacks, jeans, workout gear, just all within that. Our Goodwills here separate everything. So you've got, an exercise department. You've got jeans. You've got capris. You've got shorts. Like, everything's separate and together. So it's a lot easier to look at stuff here. We didn't get anything, I don't think. No, we didn't get anything at any of the Goodwills we went into. And after a few of them, we were like, yeah, okay, we're kind of done. We went to a few different quilt stores, and I did get a bunch of fabrics, so that was good. After that, then, when we were done in Richmond, we went over to Lexington and checked out a few things there. At that point, we decided, okay, that's where we were staying, so we found a hotel because we did not book anything ahead of time. And we went over, I can't remember the name of the place. We were literally able to walk from the hotel over to it. It had like a bar and food, and then bowling and arcades and bumper cars and that sort of thing. But by the time we ate and had a drink, we decided we weren't going to go bowling or anything because we had been up. We left. Well, we had gotten up at what time was it? 3 a.m. our time? And then going there, they're an hour ahead too. So, yeah, we were ready. The next day, we got up, went and had a bite to eat. We had thoughts of going to Cincinnati to check out a few things. I ended up picking out because we had more quilt stores to go to. So we did that. Decided to go to Cincinnati. I picked out a place for us to eat. Drove there. Found out very quickly Cincinnati is very much like Chicago. Lots of traffic, lots of one-ways, pay for your parking, and we were like, not our thing. We're not Chicago people either. So we went ahead and headed on home. But it was a nice little getaway, so there's that. All right. We got some new equipment. One of the things I actually got when we were, oh my gosh, that's what I forgot about. Our Joann's here in town is very limited in fabrics. Like, it seems like there's more like kids stuff, like, squirt guns and stuff like that. And it's a smaller store. So I usually tend to go up north to the bigger store. Well, we stopped at a Joann's in Kentucky. Oh my gosh. Like, my eyes had to have bugged out of my head. It was huge. Yeah, I wish we had a Joann's like that near us. It was amazing. I did get a new tool, which I was quite excited about. Oh, let me bend over here. I got a fabric cutter. So I'd seen the lady at one of the quilt stores was using one of these. It was a different brand, but same thing. And I was like, okay, now that's really cool. So, I was like, what in the world? Guys, this thing is awesome. So it's a ruler, but it has this connected right on it, and it's a rotary cutter. So, and it cuts multiple layers of fabric. I have cut, how many did I do? I've cut through 8 layers of fabric with this, and it was like butter. I loved it. So I was looking, and they had it at on Amazon for less than Joann's had it. So I was just going to order it on Amazon. But then I saw that this brand cutting tools were 50% off. So that brought it down to actually a couple dollars less than Amazon. So I went ahead and bought it. And I used it yesterday, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah. So there's that. So that was one of the new tools. The other new tool, their new equipment, my husband actually got before we went to Kentucky. But he's really just now playing around with it a little bit more. He got a laser engraver. So he made those wood tags that are on the wireframe bags. And he was playing around today. And he made a coaster. Let me show you that. And this was the first draft, first one kind of thing. But how cool is that? So we have lots of plans. There's definitely going to be new items added into the shop. He also, for the engraver, got the tumbler attachment. So we'll be able to do tumblers. Oops, kind of like this is. So that's pretty cool. So we have plans, guys. There's definitely going to be some new items rolling out, which is quite exciting. But yeah, this was pretty cool. Oh, I also got some, which I didn't bring any over, so maybe I will remember to show you next time. I got some new business cards. Because the ones that I use now with sending out my orders are just the ones that we originally did, like for the podcast. They just have the Knit for Brains. And honestly, Alisha, my daughter, is still listed on there. So we actually got some new ones now that are Knit for Brains designs, and it has different things. My husband actually designed them, so that's really fun. I'll see if I can remember next time to show you guys those. But I completely forgot today. So, all right. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think so. So, a few reminders. Check out the bags in the shop. I have a bunch of other bags other than what I showed you today in there. So go and check out the shop at Knit for Brains Designs on Etsy. Remember about the Gift the Knits Cal. So anything from here on out that you are knitting that you are gifting to somebody other than yourself, go ahead and list those in the FO thread on our Ravelry group. And as always, if you haven't, and I will probably say this in the wrong order again because it always happens, subscribe, like, and ring the bell. That would be awesome. And hang on if you want to see the video of Bucky's. And then I guess I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye.
Walking into Buc-ee's now.
smaller point. You're cruising.
What?
I said, ooh, you're cruising. Missed that.
Some ice cream there too. Got some pretzels and popcorn. Various other candies. And
Pickled everything.
candied jalapenos. Got kind of a regular grocery section with a lot of Buc-ee's branded.
And seasonings, we got some of the steak seasoning.
The place is huge for sure.
The bathroom's bigger than our house. Gummy womp.
Order number 524. Order number 524.
Bunch of flavored ices.
I had the Dr. Pepper. Wasn't great. Not their fault though. Coffee bar.
All the fixings to go with coffee.
Big bathrooms.
There's the world famous restrooms.
They were clean. Very clean. Oh, these come with a little straw even. A little. For the kids, it's cute.
Fruit, cheese, meat, sandwiches. That's where the wonderful meat is.
Tell them how many sandwiches you ate.
Only 3.
So the corn brisket was the best, or the beef brisket.
Chopped.
Well,
Chopped
I
beef
like the
brisket.
slice. Whole pork was.
Got a bunch of bakeries. Got fudge. What is that?
Dippin' Dots.
Oh, Dippin' Dots.
I just think that's weird. Valley.
You can order your own special sandwiches and whatnot here.
From the wall of
Oh, well, that back there is jerky that's all in there. And you got a wall of it here. You have the pickup truck. I guess they have this at every location. Oh, and here's your pressed penny.
We'll do that once you finish the tour.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
whatever. And we'll go this way. Just trying to do kind of a quick walkthrough. Got kind of a sporting section.
Order
coolers.
496, order 496.
Of course, clothing.
Order 1000, order 1000.
They have nuts. Kind of show you some of the sandwich area here. These would be the sandwiches that you can get. Let's get popping. I guess that'll do it, guys.
In your face. Jesus, talk about
Speaking of in your face,
Okay, so I'm disappointed. The red truck, why don't they have like a little red, like almost like matchbacks truck with the Buc-ee's thing on it? That would have been cute. Because I looked for little man.
well, as I was trying to say, I guess that'll be the end of it. We just wanted to try and show you kind of a quick run through of Buc-ee's. So, see ya.
Bye.
Bye.